Can you believe it? Justice for Nuno, justice for Lucas Moura's father. They got rid of Morpheus from the Matrix, fam. Nuno Espirito sacked by Nottingham Forest. More importantly, that Souvlaki Shug Knight, Majin Buu, Marinakis. Nuno spoke out twice against Marinakis. And if I'm completely honest, we all need to rejoice and be happy that it's only his job that he lost. He could have been marked for death like Steven Seagal. We're dealing with Mafia Marinakis, you know. Even before making this video, I got confirmation of my life insurance and my last will and testament, fam. I told you, Marinakis is the world's most dangerous man. He makes Ken Shamrock look like John Cena, blood. Nuno, he's got 4 points out of 3 games, and he got these man into Europe. The last time Nottingham Forest were in Europe, they released the Sega Saturn, fam. They released Toy Story, blood. It was 1995. So him getting sacked, that's ludicrous. That's Christopher Brian Bridges, fam. Nuno's card was marked when Marinakis stormed the pitch when Forest drew with Mo Leicester City and made him look like his son at parents' evening. We all saw it. Imagine, Marinakis not only got his steps in, he berated his manager on national television. In fact, I want to know how he got down there so fast. He must have called an Uber. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew there was only one man that was going to get the job after the Greek Shug Knight spoke out when he was sacked from Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou, blood. Ange and Marinakis are about to have a big fat Greek wedding at Nottingham Forest, blood. Marinakis, fam. I will never forget Ange ending a trophy drought at Tottenham last season. He's an absolute legend for that. And I'm so glad he's landed on his feet with a new job. But this changes nothing, blood. My war with Nottingham Forest is very much still on, fam. And I want them relegated this season. Ange Postecoglou could be collateral damage like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Don't say the rest. It don't matter to me, fam. I want them gone. As much as I'll always remember the Europa League win, I also remember feeling like Paul Scholes, the way that I was tasting defeat in the Premier League. 22 losses. Spurs had more losses to deal with than funeral homes in Tottenham last season. Fact. 38 points in 38 games, and us conceding a goal was like someone dying in Albert Square at Christmas in EastEnders, fam. It was mandatory. It was like me waking up and being black. It was like wearing school uniform, fam. Nottingham Forest have spent 182 million this summer, and they better all say arrivederci to their hamstrings, because they're about to be pulled apart like cheese strings, fam. At first, I thought Ange going Forest was a Muay Thai kick to the teeth. I felt like a guest on Jeremy Kyle. But Milenkovic and Tyreek Hyde, Murillo having to run back in a high line, brother, that's like Robbie and KG racing in Best of Enemies. Brother, I'm grabbing popcorn, fam. Forest, they had the deepest defensive line last season in the Premier League. Brother, their line's going to change drastically. They're going to go from Gervinho to Gervinho with a fringe. Forest used to sit on the counter like a chip and pin machine with their defense tighter than Marinakis' trousers, blood. But now, get ready. Get ready for your defense to be opened up like your gal at a gynecologist appointment. Get ready. I've lived this. Be ready to have more players in the medical room than players available on a match day, fam. Forest's next game's Arsenal. And let me tell you this. I want to see rock and roll football, Harlan for life, Ange Ball, champagne football, kangaroos in sauce. I want to see all of that. When it comes to you and Arsenal, you got a friend in me like Andy and Woody in Toy Story, fam. You got a friend in me. I hope you lose all the rest of your games this season. I'm petty, fam. No Emmanuel, no French, no Arsenal. I'm petty though, black. But when I think of it, Ange could win the Europa League again this season. He could also have Nottingham Forest competing for the Sky Bet Championship next season, fam. Who knows? We were oozing souls. These expressions Expressions back with another video. Make sure you smash a like. And Nuno Espirito de Santo has been sacked, relieved of his duties at Nottingham Forest. And I told you already, bruv, we are lucky it's only his job that he has lost. We are dealing with Mafia Marinakis, blood. You know them way there, fam. The way he stormed down, he had the confidence to storm down on the pitch on national television and berate a man that is like about 5 years younger than him. Treat him like a little boy, you know. Bad him up, you know, bro. In front of the whole world, fam. I ain't seen anyone's owners jump on the pitch unless it's to celebrate winning a trophy, fam. Or celebrate the club. You know what I mean? Or a legend. You know what I mean? See someone off or something like that. Marinakis joined the pitch. Brother, Marinakis has banned Neville from ever coming back from Nottingham Forest, blood. Marinakis is the sole reason why Crystal Palace isn't playing Europa League football right now. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, bruv. You know what I mean? This guy's got reach, fam. People are probably paying him for Facebook adverts, the reach that he's got, bruv. Man don't play games, bruv. He's a dangerous man, fam. Ken Shamrock, bruv. Steve Blackman, bruv. You don't want to play with Marinakis, fam. I wrote my will before making a video. I told you, man, already, bruv. How Nuno got sacked is unbelievable. The man got them European football, bro. I said it, bro. These man ain't been in Europe since 1995, blood. That's when he's standing most alive, living in the gangster's paradise. That's when Gangster's Paradise came out, fam. 1995. You know them way there. Man I was 4. I was Chris Hemsworth, fam. What's man talking about? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous the last time these men were in Europe. He's got them into Europe, fam. He's literally got 4 points out of 3 games and he's been sacked already, bruv. Sacked, relieved of his duties. We all know. He spoke out against Marinakis saying that the team's behind, do you know what I mean? And that he's worried that there's loads of players that are going out on loan. That surprised me when I looked at how much money that they've spent. But for me, it's almost like Marinakis has brought in players that he wants to bring in. Or maybe he was speaking to Ange knowing he was sacking this man. Maybe he was. Maybe he was looking for a reason to sack Nuno, because this don't make sense to me, blood. It don't make sense to me. Obviously, the relationship was strained, but you didn't really see that on the pitch, fam. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, their pre-season, they got walloped. I'm not even going to lie. But as the league started, what? Their one loss, West Ham, 3-0, conceded about 3 goals in however many minutes. They capitulated, bruv. Not even going to lie. They absolutely capitulated. But anyway, what can we do? Nuno's been sacked, fam. You know what I mean? We're going to have to just, you get me? Nuno's just going to have to like take his, and you know what? What makes me laugh, yeah? Well, not even laugh. Nuno could be the first manager to be sacked and get no payout. Do you really think this guy's going to be chasing Marinakis for his money, blood? Let's be honest. Let's be honest, fam. And now they've brought in Ange Postecoglou. And I'm sorry, Ange, fam. I'm sorry, blood. You get me, fam? My hate for Forest is literally, it's going to be too much, blood. I'm not saying Ange is getting booed, but I'm still cooking Forest. You're still an enemy of the state like Will Smith, fam. You know them way there. And all of the things that I moaned about with you at Tottenham, Ange, I want you to bring to Nottingham Forest, blood. You could be the inside man. You could be Denzel Washington, bruv. I want you to relegate these, man. High line for life, blood. Do you know what I mean? Mad stubbornness. No changes, fam, until the 75th minute, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? That's it. I want to see it, bruv. I want to see it, bro. I do, blood. I swear down. You lot can be like, oh, but X. No, I wish him well. I do wish him well. But he's at Forest now, blood. And I don't wish them well. You get me? He's got a new job. He's going to be earning money regardless, bro. I want Forest down. Big man ting. You get me? Titanic FC, blood. I've got no love lost for Nottingham Forest. You get me? The Morgan Gibbs White saga, that was one thing, blood. What they did to Crystal Palace, bro, nah, not Nottingham Forest. Not the fans. Ain't got no problem with the fans. You lot got a problem with me because of what I say about your club now. You will. And that's understandable, blood. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? But it is what it is, blood. There's Arsenal, and then there's Chelsea, and then there's Nottingham Forest, blood. That's my list, blood. You know them way there. Arsenal, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, blood. And you can include United on there as well, bruv. Big man ting. That's my list, fam. You know them way there. The list of expressions, fam. Forget Jericho. The list of expressions. But what do I think? Do I think Ange will do well at Nottingham Forest? Let me be honest. When I look at their team, like, it don't really look like a team. Like, remember, these men are used to playing on the back foot. Like a blister, fam, not the front foot. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. They spent a lot of money on attackers. And you know, Ange, they've got about 2 front threes. And Ange is going to need all the hamstrings that he can get. He is. He's going to need all the hamstrings that he's going to get if he's going to want to play Ange ball, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think the bigger the squad, the better. But he's in Europe. When Ange first came to us, he had 1 game a week, blood. And then we made the Europa League. The one time he had 2 games a week, yeah, you saw it capitulate, bruv. You saw all the injuries, bruv. You saw everything. These men are in Europe, bruv. So, yeah, Ange never had Europe the first time he came in. So, yeah, we're going to see what he's made of. We are. Do you know what I'm saying? We are. Milenkovic and Murillo in a high line, fam, is going to be like Eric Dyer and Dragerson, blood. Big man ting. Without Van der Ven, we were cooked. We were cooked defensively, bruv. I would be interested to see how many games we can see the goals with and without Van der Ven with Ange Postecoglou. We probably can see the goals every game. Doesn't make a difference, but it's one of them ones where he was a key in the way that we defended, bro. He was. You know what I'm saying? And if you be like, oh, but X in the Europa League, you played differently. Rah, rah, rah. Yes, we did, blood. And look at the opposition we played against. That Europa League final was one of the worst football I've ever seen, fam. One of the worst football I've ever seen. Obviously, we don't care. We take the trophy, fam. We celebrate it. But if we'd lost the game, broski, I would have wanted him sacked on the spot. On the spot. As soon as the whistle went, announcement on the board, before they even handed the trophy, I'd wanted him gone. I'm going to be honest. Because that's one of the most putrid football. That was fossil football at its finest, watching that United game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below if you disagree. Do you know what I'm saying? Do I reckon Ange will do well at Nottingham Forest? I'm not going to lie. I can't even say I hope he does well. No, I don't. Because I despise Forest, blood. I'm not letting it go. No letting go, blood. Jess Glynn, fam. You know them where they're no letting go. Wayne Wonder, fam. Big man thing. I can't do it, blood. Even with Ange. I can't do it. Can't do it, bruv. Can't do it. Better you went to West Ham. Big man thing. Better you went to West Ham. Even if you went to West Ham, Ange, I'd be like, yo, know what I mean? Good luck, fam. You know them way there. But Forest, can't do it, fam. I've got a vendetta, bruv. You, man, I might even have to be doing hate-alongs this season. I told these man already how I feel, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Am I upset that he's gone to Forest? Hell no. Because I'm telling you this, bruv. I want them relegating. If there's one man that can just, you know what I mean, get it wrong and get them relegated, it's him, blood. And because of their Greek and that big fat Greek weddings going on, and that, you know what I mean, Marinakis and that, and these man love each other, you know what I mean? He might think that he'll keep them up, blood. Telling you, fam. But when that guy needs Premier League Viagra come towards the end of the season, when it all falls down, blood, when man are probably far into the Europa League, yeah, getting to the quarterfinals, and you man are fighting 17th, you get me? You just better hope that the teams, all the teams in the Premier League this season, there ain't like the Leicester. Who was it that went down? Ipswich. Who's the other ones? They were dead, fam. They were rubbish, bro. Southampton, Ipswich, and who was the other one, blood? I can't even remember who got relegated, innit? But these man were poor all season, blood. Let's be honest. All season. You get me? We were fortunate not to be brought into a relegation battle with the form that we had. And there's no excuses, blood. No excuses. When you look at the team that we had last season, yeah? Look at Nottingham Forest team. Were they better than us last season? I'm not looking at Forest's team and saying, oh yeah, they got better players than us. I'm not doing that. So, bro, there was no excuse, blood, for us finishing 17th last season. People being like, oh yeah, but we won a trophy. When he got sacked, there was no defending it. I wasn't upset when he got sacked. I told you, man, straight. You, man, was saying, oh, like you lot were all in your feelings. Do you know what I mean? Doing this, doing that. But that's why I'm glad I don't work for the club. Because it's not about feelings. I'm glad fans don't work for the club. You get me? Because it's not about feelings, blood. Do you know what I mean? It's about a business sometimes. You get me? Yeah, I wouldn't have suggested for him to be sacked. But when he got sacked, I was relieved. Man got put out of my misery, fam. Because I was going to put my seatbelt on for another one of them seasons, blood. I had it ready. Because I've been through it. If I've seen something once again, what's to say ain't going to happen again? You got to prepare yourself. You know what I mean? Telling you, fam. Brother, you man know I got more lines than William Shakespeare, fam. And them lines were ending up on my face under Ange Postecoglou, blood. Big man ting. Big man ting. Aging like Benjamin Button, fam. Quick ting. Shazam. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. If I'm honest, I'm so glad Ange landed a new job in England as well, because I know he wanted to stay in England, his kids and all of that. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, fam. I'm sorry, Forest fans. Like, I don't know how I'll feel later on in the season, but yeah. I hope you, man, lose every single game except against Arsenal, blood. I hate Chelsea too, bruv. You know them way there. But at this point, Arsenal's the only one I truly hate to my soul, blood. So any other game, yeah, blood, you, man, are my enemy, blood. I'm shameless. Remember I said it, blood. Eat, sleep, be shameless, repeat, fam. T-shirts on route, blood. What's man talking about? Make sure you, man, smash a like, comment, share, and subscribe, blood.